Ladies and gentlemen, sometimes in life you're going to be surrounded by noise. The world has a lot to say. People got opinions about you. They got judgments about your journey. And everyone thinks they know who you are and where you're headed. They got expectations, assumptions, and criticisms just waiting to fall on you like rain. Silence as power is a concept often underestimated in its strength, yet it holds a profound influence over those who learn to wield it effectively. In a world dominated by constant communication, opinions, and a relentless stream of dialogue, the ability to remain silent when everyone else is speaking can be a formidable asset. Silence, in its essence, is not simply the absence of words. It is a deliberate and purposeful choice to refrain from engaging, to observe rather than react, and to communicate an inner confidence that does not rely on external validation. Silence conveys self-assurance, a quality that often speaks louder than words. When we remain silent in situations where others might expect a response, it signals that we are secure in our position, confident in our abilities, and unaffected by the need for others' approval. In silence, we tell the world that our sense of self does not hinge on others' opinions or judgments. This self-assuredness is a mark of inner strength, as it shows that we trust in our own judgments and do not feel compelled to defend, explain, or justify our actions or beliefs. Silence, in this way, can be seen as an act of defiance against the expectation of constant interaction, a refusal to conform to the pressures of societal norms that demand a response at every turn. Furthermore, silence allows us to maintain control over our own narrative. Words once spoken can be twisted, misinterpreted, and used against us. By choosing silence, we prevent others from having the power to manipulate our intentions or misrepresent our viewpoints. Silence is a means of safeguarding our thoughts, keeping them within our control, and not allowing others to alter or influence them. In the business world, for instance, leaders who exercise silence during negotiations often hold the upper hand. They give nothing away, leaving others to guess their next move. By not showing their cards, they create a situation where others feel compelled to fill the void, often revealing more information than they intended. This technique can shift the balance of power, as silence becomes an instrument of strategic advantage. Silence can also be a profound form of communication. It can convey emotions and intentions that words sometimes fail to express. For instance, when we are silent in the face of criticism, it can communicate resilience and an unshakable confidence. It sends a message to others that we are unperturbed, that their words hold no power over us. This, in turn, can evoke a sense of respect as others come to recognize that we are not easily swayed by external influences. Silence in such context becomes a symbol of strength and poise. The act of remaining silent when faced with adversity or provocation signals an inner fortitude that does not need the crutch of verbal defenses. In personal relationships, silence can also be a powerful tool for self-preservation. When disagreements arise, words can often escalate conflicts, leading to misunderstandings or hurtful exchanges. Choosing silence can provide a moment of pause, allowing both parties to reflect on their emotions and intentions before engaging further. This silence is not about withdrawal or avoidance, but about creating space for clarity and understanding. It is a way of preventing hasty, reactive words from damaging relationships. By choosing silence, we allow ourselves time to think, to reflect on what we truly want to communicate, and to approach the situation with a calm and measured response when the time is right. Additionally, silence cultivates mindfulness. In a silent state, we become more attuned to our surroundings, more aware of subtleties, and more receptive to the nuances of others' words and actions. This heightened awareness enables us to observe, to listen more deeply, and to understand situations from multiple perspectives. Silence enhances our ability to read between the lines, picking up on cues that might otherwise go unnoticed in the rush to respond. This observational power strengthens our intuition and broadens our insight, providing us with a deeper understanding of people and situations. In the realm of leadership, silence exemplifies authority and influence. Leaders who do not feel compelled to dominate conversations, who listen more than they speak, project a sense of wisdom and calm assurance that others naturally respect. Their silence signals that they are weighing every word, considering each perspective, and approaching decisions with careful thought. In this way, silence builds credibility and engenders trust as followers recognize that these leaders are not impulsive or rash, but grounded and measured. Self-control and discipline are foundational qualities that, when developed, amplify personal power in profound ways. In a world where reactions are often immediate and impulsive, where responses are expected at the push of a button, self-control becomes a rare yet invaluable trait. Discipline and self-control act as a protective shield, safeguarding our actions and words from external influence, emotional reactivity, or momentary lapses in judgment. When we are disciplined in our responses, particularly in choosing silence over impulsive words, we embody a kind of strength that few possess, a strength that requires consistent dedication to maintain. Self-control allows us to take a step back, observe, and process our emotions rather than becoming captive to them. Emotions are powerful forces. They can cloud judgment, push us into irrational behavior, or lead us to say things we may later regret. Practicing self-control, however, allows us to pause, to take a moment of silence that can alter the entire outcome of a situation. In the space of silence, we gain clarity and a renewed perspective. Instead of becoming reactive, we remain composed, carefully weighing our responses and ensuring they align with our true intentions. This level of restraint is a mark of inner discipline, showing that we are not simply at the mercy of our emotions, but are in command of them. Moreover, self-control and silence is not about suppressing our voices or emotions, but about choosing when and how to express them. This selective silence is a conscious decision to invest our energy only in situations that align with our values and priorities. Discipline and silence means recognizing when a response would be futile or counterproductive. For instance, in the face of negativity or provocation, choosing silence is a disciplined refusal to engage in unproductive conflict. Rather than getting pulled into the chaos of arguments or feeling the need to defend ourselves, silence allows us to conserve our energy for things that truly matter. This kind of restraint is a testament to our inner strength, as it demonstrates that we are not swayed by every opinion or criticism. Discipline also reinforces our focus. When we consistently practice self-control, we are better able to remain on track, undistracted by trivial concerns or fleeting emotions. Discipline in choosing silence gives us the power to stay committed to our goals, unswayed by the noise around us. In professional settings, for example, this discipline is invaluable. A leader or team member who exercises silence during critical moments demonstrates patience and strategic thinking, showing they are not easily thrown off balance. Silence becomes a powerful tool for measured, thoughtful responses that can steer a team toward clear and productive outcomes. This ability to remain focused, regardless of distractions or pressures, showcases discipline at its finest, and serves as an example to others who may lack that level of composure. Additionally, self-control is an essential element of personal growth. The discipline to remain silent in situations where speaking might feel gratifying is a sign of maturity. Silence allows us to cultivate a deepened sense of self-awareness. When we choose silence over impulsive speech, we create a space for reflection, for understanding our own triggers, patterns, and reactions. This self-awareness is vital for personal development, as it enables us to recognize areas where we need growth, rather than blindly reacting to every situation. By practicing self-control, we gain insight into our own behaviors and can begin to modify them, aligning our actions with our values and goals. Silence becomes a teacher, guiding us toward a deeper understanding of ourselves and our motives. Another significant aspect of self-control is the discipline to resist external pressures. Society often values extroversion, instant communication, and rapid responses, placing pressure on individuals to speak up, defend, and prove themselves at every turn. However, choosing silence in these moments is an act of defiance, a way of reclaiming personal power in a world that demands constant engagement. By exercising the discipline to stay silent, we demonstrate that we are not governed by societal expectations, but by our own principles and timing. This quiet form of resistance highlights an individual's resilience and independence, as it shows they are guided by their own values rather than external pressures. The discipline to remain silent also strengthens relationships, as it fosters an environment of respect and understanding. In heated conversations, for example, silence can act as a buffer, preventing unnecessary escalation and giving both parties a chance to collect their thoughts. When we exercise self-control and choose not to react impulsively, we create space for more constructive dialogue. This kind of disciplined silence shows that we value the relationship more than the need to be right in the moment. It conveys a sense of respect and maturity, as it demonstrates that we are willing to listen, process, and respond thoughtfully rather than reactively. This disciplined approach can significantly enhance interpersonal connections, building trust and mutual respect. Self-control and discipline and silence serve as pillars of personal integrity and inner strength, cultivating an unshakable foundation that can withstand the challenges and distractions of life. Through disciplined silence, we are empowered to shape our own path and act in alignment with our true selves. Maintaining focus on your goals is essential in a world filled with distractions, opinions, and competing demands. Focus is not merely about the act of concentrating on a task, it is the ability to keep sight of a long-term objective, even when surrounded by noise and temptations to deviate. Goals, whether personal or professional, require sustained energy, dedication, and an intentional mindset. Without focus, goals can become vague ambitions or wishes rather than achievable outcomes. When we choose to focus, we are making a conscious decision to prioritize what truly matters over the countless distractions that seek our attention every day. One of the greatest benefits of maintaining focus on your goals is that it acts as a compass, helping you navigate the challenges and obstacles that arise along the way. Every goal worth achieving comes with its share of roadblocks, and focus enables you to see beyond the immediate setbacks. It keeps you grounded in your purpose, reminding you why you set out on this path in the first place. When you have a clear focus, setbacks become manageable rather than discouraging. Instead of viewing obstacles as reasons to quit, you see them as temporary challenges to overcome. This ability to stay centered on your goal despite difficulties is what separates those who achieve their dreams from those who fall short. Focus also minimizes the influence of external distractions, including the opinions and expectations of others. Often, the people around us unintentionally divert us from our goals, sharing their own views on what we should be doing. But when you are deeply focused, you develop a sense of clarity and confidence in your path. You're less likely to be swayed by what others think or say. You can distinguish between constructive feedback and noise, allowing you to absorb insights that align with your goals while disregarding the rest. This clarity can prevent you from making decisions based on fleeting trends, external validation, or a desire to meet others' expectations, keeping you true to your own aspirations. Focus on your goals also means investing in disciplined habits and routines that bring you closer to your desired outcomes. Setting goals is only the first step. It's the daily commitment to working that makes the difference. Discipline and consistency are essential for maintaining focus over time, as they create a structure that supports your goals. When you develop routines that are aligned with your objectives, you reduce decision fatigue, the mental exhaustion that can arise from constantly choosing between various options. By establishing consistent habits, you essentially automate certain parts of your day, allowing you to allocate your mental energy to tasks that directly support your goals. This disciplined approach helps you sustain progress even when motivation wavers, as habits create momentum that keeps you moving forward. Another critical aspect of maintaining focus on your goals is managing your time effectively. Time is a finite resource, and focusing on your goals requires you to allocate it wisely. Time management skills allow you to prioritize tasks, set boundaries, and avoid activities that don't contribute to your objectives. This means learning to say no to opportunities, invitations, or commitments that do not serve your larger purpose. It also involves breaking down larger goals into smaller, actionable steps that can be accomplished each day. By dividing your goal into manageable parts, you make the journey less overwhelming, allowing you to track your progress and stay motivated. Time management, coupled with focus, creates a roadmap that keeps you moving in the right direction. Mental focus on goals also fosters resilience, as it enables you to handle setbacks with a forward-thinking mindset. When you are focused on a larger purpose, you are less likely to get bogged down by minor failures or disappointments. Instead, you can view setbacks as opportunities for growth, learning, and redirection. Focus empowers you to keep a long-term perspective, reminding you that every experience, good or bad, contributes to your ultimate success. This resilience fuels perseverance, allowing you to stay committed even when progress feels slow or when challenges seem insurmountable. Moreover, focus enhances your decision-making ability. When you have a clear goal in mind, you're better able to assess choices based on whether they support or detract from that goal. Focus provides a filter for evaluating options, making it easier to choose paths that align with your objectives and avoid distractions that don't. In a world full of options and alternatives, focus sharpens your intuition, allowing you to instinctively gravitate toward actions that bring you closer to your vision. This alignment between your decisions and your goals creates a sense of purpose and direction that fuels your commitment and enthusiasm. Finally, maintaining focus on your goals fosters a sense of personal fulfillment. When you remain committed to something meaningful to you, every small step forward brings a sense of accomplishment. This ongoing satisfaction creates a positive feedback loop that reinforces your commitment to your goal. Each milestone achieved is a testament to your dedication and perseverance, making the journey as fulfilling as the destination. In this way, focus transforms goal setting into a deeply personal and transformative experience, one that not only shapes your actions but also molds your character. Staying focused on your goals is ultimately about choosing purpose over distraction, dedication over convenience, and resilience over doubt. Through focus, you transform dreams into achievable realities, and you become the architect of your own success. Respect through restraint is a principle that speaks to the power of knowing when to hold back rather than immediately react or assert oneself. In a world where self-expression and assertion are often encouraged, restraint can be an overlooked but highly effective tool for gaining respect. Restraint doesn't imply weakness or passivity, rather, it's a deliberate choice to exercise self-control, to pause, and to consider the broader impact of our actions. When we choose restraint, especially in challenging situations, we demonstrate maturity, wisdom, and the ability to prioritize long-term respect over momentary satisfaction. This thoughtful control can profoundly influence how others perceive us, establishing a reputation for integrity and reliability. At its core, restraint involves an understanding that not every situation demands a response or immediate action. There is wisdom in recognizing that some things are better left unsaid and certain actions are best left undone. In personal relationships, for instance, restraint can prevent unnecessary arguments and foster an environment of mutual respect. Often, in moments of disagreement, the impulse to respond swiftly and assert our views can lead to escalation. Choosing to restrain ourselves, whether by holding back our words or delaying our reactions, allows space for more constructive communication. This approach shows that we value the relationship more than the need to be right in the moment. It signals to the other person that we are willing to listen, to understand, and to prioritize harmony over winning a debate. Restraint also cultivates a sense of dignity. When we exercise control over our words and actions, we maintain a sense of grace and composure, regardless of external circumstances. This poise, especially in challenging situations, commands respect. People are naturally drawn to those who exude calmness and self-control, as it reflects a strength that goes beyond impulsive reactions. For instance, when faced with criticism or provocation, reacting emotionally or defensively can undermine our credibility. Restraint, on the other hand, allows us to remain dignified, sending a message that we are not easily shaken by others' opinions. This calm and composed demeanor can leave a lasting impression, as it shows that we have the inner strength to maintain our composure and respect for ourselves, regardless of the situation. Moreover, restraint allows us to listen more effectively, an essential aspect of earning respect. When we are not focused on formulating a response or asserting our own views, we can truly hear what others have to say. This kind of active listening is a powerful way to build connections and demonstrate respect. By choosing to restrain our impulse to speak, we allow others to express themselves fully, showing them that we value their perspectives. This act of listening with restraint fosters trust as it shows others that we are open-minded, approachable, and genuinely interested in understanding their viewpoints. People respect those who are willing to listen, as it signals humility and an appreciation for diverse perspectives. In professional settings, restraint can be a strategic tool for building authority and credibility. Leaders who exercise restraint when making decisions or responding to challenges convey a sense of stability and thoughtfulness. By not reacting impulsively, they show that they are not swayed by momentary pressures or emotions. This quality fosters confidence among colleagues and team members as it demonstrates that the leader is grounded and capable of making decisions with a clear, level-headed approach. Restraint, in this context, creates an environment where others feel safe, knowing that they are led by someone who does not act hastily, but instead values careful consideration. This perception of stability can significantly enhance a leader's influence and the respect they command within an organization. Restraint is also a reflection of self-respect. By choosing to hold back in certain situations, we show that we are in control of ourselves and do not rely on external validation or immediate acknowledgement. This self-respect, grounded in restraint, communicates to others that we are confident in our own worth. We do not need to prove ourselves in every situation or demand recognition for every contribution. This quiet confidence earns respect over time, as people come to recognize that we are secure in ourselves and do not need to seek approval at every turn. This form of self-respect, cultivated through restraint, often inspires others to respect us in return, as it reflects a strong sense of personal identity and inner strength. Furthermore, respect through restraint enables us to avoid unnecessary conflicts and maintain harmonious relationships. In situations of disagreement, refraining from escalating the issue often prevents misunderstandings and promotes a more peaceful resolution. By not responding immediately to every slight or criticism, we avoid the pitfalls of reactive behavior, which can often lead to regret or a strained relationship. Instead, we exercise patience, choosing not to let minor issues disrupt our peace. This form of restraint shows others that we are capable of looking at the bigger picture, prioritizing the relationship over trivial disputes. This approach is especially powerful in both personal and professional relationships, as it demonstrates a commitment to understanding and collaboration rather than contention. In times of heightened tension, restraint can serve as a powerful reminder to ourselves and others that we are in control of our own responses. By consciously choosing when and how to act, we protect our own peace and demonstrate respect for those around us. This balanced approach helps build a solid foundation of trust and mutual respect as people recognize that we are reliable and thoughtful. Restraint is ultimately about making a choice to respond with intention rather than impulse, which can leave a lasting impression and inspire respect in those we interact with. Creating mystery and intrigue is a powerful way to captivate and maintain the interests of others. In a world where people are constantly oversharing and seeking attention, there is something inherently fascinating about those who choose to hold back. Mystery captivates because it leaves room for curiosity, inviting people to wonder, to fill in the gaps, and to invest their own thoughts and ideas. Intrigue lies in what is not immediately revealed, in the subtle hints and unspoken details that make people want to know more. This power of the unknown makes mystery an effective tool in both personal and professional relationships, as it builds allure, attracts attention, and deepens the desire for engagement. The essence of mystery lies in selective sharing. When we choose not to disclose every detail about ourselves, our goals, or our motivations, we create an air of suspense. People naturally gravitate toward those who hold back, who reveal themselves in layers rather than all at once. This restraint in communication, this willingness to leave some things unsaid, fuels curiosity and respect. It sends a message that we do not need to explain ourselves or seek approval. And that self-assuredness is intriguing. For instance, in social settings, those who are careful with their words and who resist the urge to talk excessively about their accomplishments or experiences tend to draw others in. Their mystery invites questions, sparking interest as people try to understand what lies beneath the surface. In professional settings, mystery and intrigue can be equally valuable, especially when building relationships, networking, or leading teams. Leaders who reveal only what is necessary create a sense of anticipation and eagerness among their team members. Instead of explaining every decision in full detail, they leave room for questions and exploration, inviting others to think critically and form their own interpretations. This style of leadership, marked by strategic mystery, can foster a more engaged and motivated team as people are compelled to stay curious and invested. This approach also projects confidence. A leader who doesn't feel the need to over-justify or explain everything implicitly conveys that they are secure in their decisions and authority. This quiet confidence, rooted in mystery, can inspire respect and admiration from those around them. Mystery also plays a vital role in personal relationships, particularly in romance and friendships. When we reveal too much too quickly, we risk losing the excitement and novelty that come from discovering someone gradually. Mystery allows relationships to unfold over time, creating a journey of discovery that strengthens bonds and deepens interest. In romantic relationships, for example, maintaining an element of mystery can keep the spark alive, as it encourages both partners to remain curious about each other. By not disclosing every thought or feeling, we create an environment where there is always something new to learn, some new layer to uncover. This sense of anticipation makes the relationship more dynamic, as each interaction holds the potential for fresh insights and discoveries. Intrigue is also a powerful tool for personal branding and image building. When people don't know everything about us, they tend to fill in the blanks with their own ideas and interpretations, often projecting onto us qualities they find admirable or interesting. This phenomenon, sometimes called the halo effect, can work in our favor, as people may attribute positive traits to us based on the mystery we create. For example, public figures who maintain a private or low-profile personal life often spark more interest because there is something compelling about what is not immediately visible. The less people know, the more they wonder, and this curiosity can be a strong driver of attraction and admiration. By maintaining an air of mystery, we give others the space to see us in an idealized light, which can enhance our influence and appeal. Creating intrigue is not about deception or withholding important information. It's about allowing others the opportunity to discover us organically. When we hold back, we give people space to engage with us more meaningfully. This mystery allows for a deeper, more authentic connection, as others feel they are uncovering something unique and valuable. It is important, however, to balance mystery with openness. Too much mystery can create distance or confusion, while just the right amount fosters engagement and interest. By gradually revealing our layers, we invite people to embark on a journey of understanding, one that keeps them invested and interested over time. Mystery also provides us with control over our personal narrative. By choosing what and how much we share, we influence how others perceive us. This control can be particularly useful in settings where our reputation matters, as it allows us to manage our image and ensure that people focus on the qualities we wish to emphasize. For example, in business negotiations, an individual who remains calm, composed, and somewhat reserved can create an aura of authority and confidence. Their quiet demeanor, paired with a measured approach to revealing information, signals to others that they are thoughtful, strategic, and not easily swayed by emotions. This sense of control, paired with a touch of mystery, can be an effective way to establish credibility and command respect. Mystery allows us to keep a part of ourselves protected, maintaining boundaries that ensure we don't lose ourselves in the opinions or demands of others. When we withhold certain details, we preserve a part of our identity that is known only to us, allowing us to maintain a sense of self that is independent of others' expectations. This protection is especially valuable in a world where the boundaries between public and private life are often blurred. By choosing to keep certain parts of ourselves private, we create a personal sanctuary, a source of strength and confidence that remains untouched by external influence. This internal mystery becomes a wellspring of resilience, empowering us to navigate life's challenges while remaining rooted in our authentic selves. Through the careful cultivation of mystery and intrigue, we invite others into a deeper, more meaningful connection with us, all while safeguarding our autonomy and sense of self. This balance of openness and restraint creates a compelling presence, drawing people in while leaving them curious for more. Responding with actions rather than words is one of the most powerful ways to communicate values, intentions, and character. While words can inspire comfort or persuade, actions leave an indelible mark, creating a far stronger impact than verbal promises alone. In a world where people often make empty claims or use words to mask true intentions, actions speak directly and unmistakably. When someone chooses to respond through deeds rather than talk, it demonstrates reliability, sincerity, and strength of character. Actions give tangible proof of our commitment, showing others who we truly are and what we stand for, without needing elaborate explanations or justifications. One of the primary benefits of responding with actions is the credibility it establishes. Words, especially when overused or unsubstantiated, can easily lose their weight. People grow accustomed to hearing grandiose promises or heartfelt apologies that never materialize into genuine change. But when someone responds with action by doing what they said they would, or by stepping up in a critical moment, there is no need for further explanation. Actions validate intentions, eliminating any doubt and conveying authenticity. For instance, a friend who shows up in times of need doesn't have to constantly reassure you of their loyalty. Their actions speak louder than any promise. In professional settings, an employee who consistently delivers high-quality work and meets commitments earns respect and trust far more effectively than someone who relies on words to build their reputation. Actions also possess a unique ability to cut through misunderstanding or miscommunication. In situations of conflict or disagreement, people often find themselves trapped in cycles of defensive or reactive words, which only escalate the issue. Choosing to respond with actions, however, can quickly dispel tensions. If instead of arguing, one party demonstrates goodwill through constructive actions, it shifts the dynamic and fosters a more cooperative environment. For example, in a disagreement with a colleague, choosing to proactively address an issue rather than argue about it shows that you're invested in finding a solution rather than dwelling on the problem. This practical approach demonstrates maturity and a commitment to resolution, creating a pathway for others to engage more constructively. Moreover, responding with actions is an incredibly effective form of leadership. Leaders who act rather than merely instruct set a powerful example for those they lead. In any team or organization, people are far more inspired by leaders who embody the values they promote. A leader who consistently models dedication, punctuality, and hard work doesn't have to remind their team of these principles because they demonstrate them daily. Their actions become a standard that others naturally follow. This type of leadership builds trust and respect as team members see that the leader is not asking of them anything they are not willing to do themselves. By responding with actions, leaders foster a culture of accountability and mutual respect that words alone cannot create. In relationships, responding with actions builds a foundation of trust and security. People feel valued when they see tangible evidence of care and commitment rather than empty expressions. Small acts of kindness, regular check-ins, or thoughtful gestures mean far more than sporadic, grand declarations of love or loyalty. Actions become a language of care that speaks directly to the heart, proving that someone is truly invested in the relationship. In difficult times, this is especially impactful. Rather than offering superficial assurances, showing up physically and emotionally demonstrates that one is willing to support and endure challenges together. This practical approach to love and friendship creates a stronger bond as it shows that words are not mere placeholders but are backed by genuine dedication. In addition, actions are a powerful way to respond to criticism or doubters. When someone doubts our abilities, debating or defending ourselves verbally can often feel futile or even fuel further doubts. However, by focusing on our actions and letting results speak for themselves, we can prove our capabilities without wasting energy on endless explanations. For instance, when facing skepticism at work, consistently delivering exceptional results over time can silence critics more effectively than any rebuttal. This approach also reinforces a mindset of self-assurance as we learn to rely on our actions to communicate our worth and potential. When we let our actions speak, we cultivate a quiet, unshakable confidence, showing that we are more interested in progress than in seeking approval. Responding with actions also has a transformative effect on personal growth. By focusing on doing rather than talking, we naturally become more disciplined, as actions require planning, commitment, and effort. This discipline builds resilience, teaching us that real change comes from consistent effort rather than mere intention. When we commit to action, we become accountable to ourselves, developing habits that bring us closer to our goals. This focus on action-oriented growth deepens self-respect as we see the fruits of our labor rather than just hearing our own aspirations. Over time, this habit of responding with actions rather than words creates a cycle of self-improvement as we learn to set intentions, act on them, and witness tangible progress. Another benefit of responding with actions is the powerful impression it leaves on others. Actions resonate more deeply than words and are remembered longer. People may forget what we said, but they remember what we did, especially in critical moments. Acts of kindness, integrity, and resilience create a legacy that lasts, inspiring others to follow suit. For example, an individual who volunteers consistently in their community does not need to broadcast their compassion; those around them witness it firsthand. This quiet yet impactful approach to making a difference often has a ripple effect, motivating others to engage in meaningful ways themselves. Finally, responding with action strengthens self-awareness. When we commit to action, we confront our capabilities, limitations, and areas for growth directly. Unlike words, which can sometimes mask true intentions or create an illusion of progress, actions are honest. They reveal what we are truly willing to invest in and where our priorities lie. This reflection fosters a deeper understanding of ourselves, showing us where we excel and where we need to grow. Protecting your peace is a foundational practice for maintaining mental, emotional, and spiritual well-being in an often chaotic world. Peace, at its core, is about creating a state of inner calm and stability, a refuge that allows us to navigate life's challenges with resilience and clarity. When we protect our peace, we're actively choosing to safeguard our mental space from unnecessary stressors, conflicts, and toxic influences. It's about making deliberate decisions to foster a balanced environment that supports our growth and happiness, rather than one that drains or destabilizes us. Protecting your peace requires intention and commitment, as it often involves setting boundaries, letting go of harmful relationships, and cultivating habits that nurture your well-being. One of the most essential aspects of protecting your peace is setting boundaries. Boundaries act as guidelines that define what you will accept and what you won't, ensuring that others respect your time, energy, and emotional limits. Without boundaries, it's easy to become overwhelmed or taken advantage of, as people may unknowingly or knowingly impose on your time and mental energy. By setting clear boundaries, you communicate to others that you prioritize your well-being. Boundaries can be physical, like maintaining a healthy work-life balance; emotional, like deciding not to engage in arguments or drama; or social, like choosing to spend time only with people who uplift you. Establishing these boundaries requires courage, as it may involve difficult conversations and saying no to things that don't align with your peace. Another important component of protecting your peace is learning to detach from negativity and drama. People often get drawn into cycles of gossip, complaints, and arguments, which can easily disrupt one's sense of calm and well-being. Detaching from negativity means consciously choosing not to participate in discussions or activities that drain your energy or cloud your perspective. This doesn't mean ignoring challenges or avoiding difficult conversations, but rather being selective about where and how you invest your emotional energy. When you make it a habit to step away from drama, you create mental space for more productive, positive, and fulfilling experiences. Detachment allows you to respond to situations with objectivity rather than reactivity, helping you maintain a state of balance and resilience. Practicing mindfulness and self-awareness is also crucial for protecting your peace. Mindfulness involves being present in the moment, observing your thoughts and feelings without judgment. This awareness helps you recognize when your peace is being compromised, enabling you to take action before stress or negativity takes hold. For instance, by paying attention to your emotional responses, you can catch early signs of burnout, frustration, or overwhelm. Mindfulness allows you to identify the sources of your stress and decide whether they are worth addressing or letting go. Self-awareness also helps you understand your triggers, the things that disrupt your peace, and empowers you to make adjustments in your life that minimize these triggers. Protecting your peace often means prioritizing self-care, as this practice is fundamental for maintaining mental and physical well-being. Self-care isn't just about indulging in occasional treats or relaxation, it's about creating a lifestyle that supports your health and happiness. It includes regular habits like exercise, healthy eating, and getting enough sleep, as well as activities that bring you joy and relaxation. Self-care reinforces the idea that you value your own well-being and are committed to nurturing it. When you make self-care a priority, you build resilience against stress, making it easier to handle challenges without compromising your peace. In this way, self-care becomes a proactive measure that strengthens your ability to navigate life with a sense of calm and stability. Letting go of toxic relationships is another powerful way to protect your peace. Relationships should be sources of support, growth, and positivity, but sometimes they can become sources of stress, anxiety, or even harm. Toxic relationships, whether with friends, family, or colleagues, drain your energy and disrupt your sense of balance. Recognizing when a relationship is harmful and having the strength to either distance yourself or end it is an act of self-respect. By letting go of toxic relationships, you create room for healthy, supportive connections that enhance your life rather than detract from it. It's not always easy to end relationships, especially if they have been part of your life for a long time. But protecting your peace often requires difficult decisions that prioritize your well-being. Learning to accept things beyond your control is a key element in protecting your peace. Many people find themselves stressed by situations or people they cannot change, which can lead to frustration and a sense of helplessness. By recognizing the limits of your control, you can let go of the need to fix everything or everyone around you. Acceptance doesn't mean complacency, it means acknowledging reality as it is and focusing your energy on the things you can influence. This approach frees you from unnecessary worry and stress, allowing you to direct your attention toward personal growth in areas where you can make a difference. Acceptance is a powerful tool that creates mental and emotional freedom, fostering inner peace. Spending time in solitude is another practice that supports inner peace. Solitude offers a chance to disconnect from external pressures, reconnect with yourself, and reflect on what truly matters. When we are constantly surrounded by people or engaged with external stimuli, it's easy to lose sight of our own values, goals, and priorities. Taking time alone gives you the opportunity to reset, to clear your mind, and to gain perspective on your life. Solitude allows for self-reflection, helping you to assess where you are in your journey and whether any adjustments are needed to maintain or regain your peace. This time spent in quiet introspection strengthens your sense of self, making you less susceptible to outside pressures or influences that could disrupt your inner calm. Engaging in activities that nourish the spirit is another way to protect your peace. Whether it's spending time in nature, practicing meditation, engaging in creative pursuits, or connecting with a spiritual practice, these activities ground you and provide a sense of purpose and fulfillment. They remind you of the beauty and meaning in life, which can serve as an anchor when external circumstances become challenging. These activities not only provide moments of calm and joy, but also deepen your resilience, enabling you to face life with a centered and peaceful mindset. Protecting your peace is ultimately about making choices that support your happiness, health, and inner calm. It requires intention, self-respect, and a commitment to maintaining balance and positivity in your life. By embracing this practice, you create a strong foundation of resilience and clarity that enables you to thrive, no matter what life brings. In sum, cultivating peace and power through intentional actions, restraint, and self-control creates a profound foundation for resilience, fulfillment, and strength. Each of these principles silence as a source of power, maintaining self-control and discipline, staying focused on goals, earning respect through restraint, building intrigue with mystery, responding through actions rather than words, and protecting one's peace serves as a pillar for a meaningful, grounded life. Together, they transform not only how we experience the world, but also how the world responds to us. Embracing these keynotes is about making choices that reflect inner strength, wisdom, and the courage to stand firm in one's values. By living with this level of mindfulness, we become architects of our lives, building foundations that are resilient, purposeful, and deeply connected to what truly matters. These practices allow us to rise above distractions, stay true to our path, and create an enduring impact through presence, character, and unwavering integrity.